Hello, my friends. Welcome to what promises to be a really an eye-opening and exciting episode of About Town on City TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. We are the Abuakwa Tanoso stretch of the Sofo line interchange in the Ashanti region. If you get that, there are some popular towns this road leads to. I'm talking about Mankraso, Nkarie and Tepa, MTN for short, if you want to remember. Now, this stretch is very important. It leads to three regions. You're talking about Ahafo, Bono, and Western North. Key towns like Sunyani, Tepa, Bibiani, Sepshirioso, and places like that, okay? Now, if you look at this stretch, it started in 2007 during the Kufuor regime, and it was supposed to last 3 years. So by 2010, this stretch was supposed to be complete because it links the Ashanti region to all these three regions that I've mentioned. 11 years after the expected completion, as you can tell, the stretch is not completed. There's a lot of traffic, we understand. And so on this episode, we'll spend some time talking to the residents who live in this area, who work in this area, find out from them how living along this stretch is like. So join us. Let's have a conversation with the people who live and work around this stretch. My name is Caleb Kuda. You're watching About Town on City TV, and we are in the Ashanti region. Don't forget that. Let me wear my nose mask because we are going to be interacting with some of the people we find here, and we hope to have a healthy conversation. Hello, Mommy. Good afternoon to you. Oh, you're for City TV now. You're for see about you mo chichun komo busam say. Abrabo mo to say mo kwan ne mo nyoma nyina to say. Nti ne di kan your friend Caleb Kuda. Wan kasa so your friend say.
Your friend me Martes.
Martes, oh yeah den adwuma.
Eto tu kokko.
Oh, nti okoko na si nya no so no.
I knew.
Enti kokko ya ofafi.
E mo ha me fafi Tanoso ya, we so am ko fafi Abuakwa.
Okay. Good. Martes, she roasts plantain and she sources the plantain from Tanoso some other times. Abuakwa. If you say na where do you area mu ase? What's na hase?
Tu kokko no hu. Tu kokko me 25 years.
What to kokko had 25 years.
25 years.
Okay. But enyembia wo mofra.
Wo mofra. Na me totu no okurofurum. E ho ne de enonko. Timba ha ne de na 25 years. It's a maybe another color him here 4 years.
Oh my yes.
My 8.
Wow. I see. Now what we didn't fear saying?
Pacho me didn't fear 66.
Oh nice. I just like how ko pension this.
And you want come call
pension.
Oh, come do
I see. And see, tell me something about living here. So obi nim hase na se o sheying ya. Then a person who ever has setna no ehun.
Sefa asetna say
basically it's a quality of life.
Okay, say ni momu de. Boy de boy den.
Okay.
If you say dream bia, na boy de no boy den. Dream bia so na boy de na ba. They say the boy de ne ko. Ti ama ne boy na ye den kakra. Say the si twa no no. And then you ha e twa ne 2 cities. One city get kakra. Full one utwam. Akase no, full one utwam. Be a 2 cities. This year 1 city.
I see.
This one 15. It's a 1 year and so enso.
But I am comfortable complaining.
Oh, complaining kura mere. It's all kwa bo ha miensa and 9 10 city. 10 cities nti oso ba so de be ya be nya kakra. Yeah. Anya ne nkwala adien.
Me hu say mo kwan ne atie yi as a cause traffic. Na obi a wo ton de wo kwan ho de traffic na eboa wa na say
traffic ne de. Traffic de.
Yeah.
I can be turned the idea and me pa. I can't go crank a new quanning.
Okay. Because of Madeton.
Madeton.
Hey, agenda.
Me say. And she yi so a ebeboa yen.
Right.
I see yi a ebekọ achi nti wo ye ba ne so hia bia obegina.
Right.
Na wato kakra ma.
Ye sha say ye kwan emfie dodo say ni. But it's a good for time.
Say good for time na e ka say nke ye kwa yo. Good for time krampo. Ro ne se time kra nyina na kwa na da ho. Wow. Omi ye se ebe ye nyina ama asa na akofo die. Enso ba yi betena so yi limam. Onso beta se kwa nyina na da ho saa. Esi ebeyi. Na yakofo so ba ya. Onso be ya de na ka se ja na kwa ni kurom kwan. Ye ni se ja nche.
Ni kurom kwan ni.
So firi da ban.
Okay. Nti kwan yi ko ni kurom.
E ko ni kurom. Udura yi akofo du a ekropon eto so da ban ho na ni kurom wo. Ti ye ni se obeto nche ja no so ama. Ena ja ye ma mpani so betena so yi. Na adodankwa ekufo ado. Eja won so ba ye na eja kakra 4 years etwa mi. Asi ebeyi. Ti afi na eja.
Nti 4 years etwa mi ye hu bibi.
4 years dey etwa mo no na se o start o start ye no kakra. So ha nyina na o ma bebubu.
Enti eyade a mo wa brehye mu se.
O se di. E so se o mo wo kwan ho o mo ye fa.
Okay.
Se o mo ye fa e de ko. Nti o mo se 4 years nko na wie ye die. Na wura ya pejana.
Eya ha traffic na ya na etisen anopa enwume pese o church.
Eni etem. Anopa no die. Anopa sei ka se echi eti mechi. Na nansa na emu hen hai kakra. Nti mechi o mo ye traffic wo. IPC wo ma ye ne die. Na ase ho no nti o mo bia ansa na eso no mbesa je sedem. Ese de si asai. Nti ama traffic na sane aba.
O space ye me fe pa.
O me say.
O bobra kasa.
Say me ni nti eja no. Na me de bo me ni ho ban.
What is anya life na wo bo?
Oh there be.
But if I so fine.
Enya me ni nya me ya. I say ase me de bo me ni ho ban.
So my nwotwe.
Ani o.
Peni pa wo he. Oye den.
Peni wo krofrum. Oye so for maame.
Sorry, Ben.
Okuno. Leon refi. First no mo gospel.
Okay.
Gospel revival church na. Be ma no so for nothing.
What in there? That's right.
So mo die no e wo ho.
Na no die chin so.
No touch me no so we figase.
Okay.
Oye adwuma wo police station.
Right. Aban.
Aban police station. Oye adwuma wo akra.
Eti den na ya ma wanije. So sorry na o sha sitire mu den na ma wakuma to yem.
Ma kuma to me sore brade bo me na sam sore na se ahoade wo honko ade a. Ejam betena ha kakra. Benya kakra kwa no.
Kakra o de be ko.
Kwala no so e wo ho a etimi ebra wo kakra. Ama this day manage pa. Be fa me call what they say. Police station yi ho be kwara about wo
Joint bi
yi ho no be kwara about yi bi na ho no oh be kwara about me say hotel we say there o me ye aduane bi wo be kwara about
then nsuo swimming pool on
there be ho there man ko
hotel hotel
yeah hotel restaurant yes
no jiweni
oh
ni onyum
we me dinam ko di kakra
na osaye
sade gede no sa
thank you
babri wam dada mo sa
thank you
aya kama mani aje mani aje kama awo sasa awu
menita
awo de saja
me da sasa o de mi akasa good
so me da se so anya bere
kokko na shitu de kohwe na
kokko na de abena wi nti egusuja no mu ohye
me da se oh my goodness good. So we're interacting with the people here, and Tess was just telling us about her 8 children and how they celebrated it on Mother's Day, and she was really happy. And she was telling us about the roads and expressing confidence that it will soon get done. I want to get closer and experience the traffic. being here though, I observed two things. As much as the road is bad, there's a bit of indiscipline as well on the part of those who are driving. But if you are in Accra, one thing you never see that I've seen here is you see the cars that carry timber. No? Yeah, I saw two carrying heavy, huge logs of timber using this road. So, given how busy this stretch is, all kinds of heavy traffic, the volume of traffic here is huge. And we're just getting to encounter more people to find out what life is like for them over here. So you can tell that the pothole too is quite deep here. And maybe we'll join one of the trotro and interact with some of the people in there, and that will make it smoother, because at the end of the day, the traffic is hot. So this traffic is, that's bumper to bumper traffic. What is traffic is hot. Yeah, so we'll find a car and hitch, join a ride, and have conversations with some of the people. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Hey, hi. How are you doing? I could join you, then we have a chat. What do you think? Shall I? Okay. I will check. Oh, my name is Brandon saying. Please come this way. Okay, so we are going to do that. Okay. Where will you sit? Okay, good. Well, so I've managed to convince one of the motorists to join in, so we have a conversation. So actually wanted to join you. We just continue so I don't keep you too much, and then we talk. Is that cool for you? So I'll join you. Okay, good. Albert, where will you sit? I should use the other side. Okay, good. So look, should I open here? Okay, good. Good. I got it. Ah, hello baby, how are you? Albert, are you cool? Sorry. Okay. Alright, sir. This is About Town on City TV. Thank you for allowing us into your space to have a conversation with you. By the way, can you please introduce yourself to me, and then we start the conversation?
Yeah, I'm Jonathan Million.
Okay.
And that is my spouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are you coming from? Where are you headed?
We are coming from town and we are heading home. That is Sapase, a section of the Abuakwa area.
Tell me about this area, living here, what it means. How is it like?
It's hectic. The traffic, sometimes you can spend about 2 to 3 hours on one spot, and because of the road construction that is going on, so it's giving a lot of headache. You buy fuel and the next moment everything has run down, just for not reaching anywhere.
2 to 3 hours, same spot.
The same spot, because along the line from Tanoso, where we are going, you can get stuck there before you get to the police station. That's from the office area to the Abuakwa, in front of the police station. Okay. You can be there for an hour or two.
Wow. I want to ask what's causing this, but it's obvious to me the delay in the expansion works is what is causing this.
Yeah, for sure. But most often, because they have not made any extension or a place like for the bus stop, sometimes the truck driver have to, let's take it, drop people off. He have to stand and then get people on or off. And by so doing, he need to get, if a passenger is even walking across for a very distance, he need to wait. By so doing, he block other people that need to also join the queue or block the road. So they end up blocking our way.
So no adequate parking space made for commercial bus drivers.
For sure, yeah.
How about indiscipline?
Indiscipline too is one of the things, because sometimes if you drive and then maybe this, I scheme to use this word, the tricycle. The tricycle.
We call it aboboya in Accra. How do you call it here?
Aboboya.
Okay.
But they are tricycles, because most of they also come in our way. Sometimes they even run into you. Because the road, especially this timber lock car that is coming like this.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, these are the, some of them get stuck, or along the way they break down. Are you
serious? They could get stuck?
Yeah, like they block the way. So sometimes they will just get spoiled on the way, and then So that means we have to stand.
Oh, look at that! Those are huge.
Yeah, you can see the locks on it.
Huge locks.
So sometimes,
isn't it?
Yeah, the 3 days ago or some few weeks ago, one was gets. So you have to wait, and because this other road you can't use it, you have to wait for other people to come, about 10 to 20 cars before you can also come on our way.
Wow.
Yeah. So as we are getting there, you see from the Yas and Tua girls going to the what do you call the police office area. Okay. That is where the problem is. Most often.
But actually, sir, we've not even gotten to where the real problem is.
Yeah, we'll get there. You see, from where we start now to the office area, that's where the Sunyane Road and then the Bibiani Road intersection is. That is where the headache starts. From here to that place, you can see how long we'll be here in this traffic.
How important is this road? Okay, let me come to Madam Small. Madam, and how does the state of the road and using it affect you? You defer to boss. I wanted to hear the feminine voice. So. Okay, that's fine. So, I want to measure the level of stress, right? And its impact on your productivity and peace of mind and all of that. Tell me a bit about that.
With that aspect of it, the downtown, like let's take if you have an appointment with somebody in town, you can't give a specific time. So you have to either leave early. Because if you tell someone that I want to meet you at 8 o'clock or 3 o'clock, then you have to leave 2 or 3 hours before that. Because you can't promise somebody that maybe in the next 2 or couple of hours I'll be there. You can't, because that is the hindrance or the problem that we are having at hand. So you need to always leave early. Sometimes, or if someone's also waiting at you at home, that is the problem that we are facing. You can't give a promise limit that or the specific time that I can be here at this specific time.
So it can cost you a contract, a job, a deal?
Definitely, because if you have to meet somebody and time the person is waiting for me, he's either traveling with ACC bus to Accra or somewhere else, or you have to drop the person there. The person may end up missing his way, a flight or a bus, because these are the difficulties that we go through.
So Yas and Tua is ahead of us?
Yeah, just here on our left, this is their fence wall. So that's what I was telling you. From here to the office area, you will see how long we'll be here.
I see. And also because it's a high school and the population is high there, when school reopens or that kind of thing.
Yeah, so is it 4th night ago when they were on break, it was the same thing because some were trying to cross with their luggage to board buses to town, or they're either going the other direction. That is the Sunyane route. Right. So that was sometimes when one is on vacation, it's a little bit okay, but when schools are in sections, we have these difficulties.
Okay. So in Greater Accra, we are experiencing a phenomenon the regional minister calls making Accra work again. Yeah. I'm sure you've heard about it.
For sure, yeah.
What have you heard about it so far?
Yesterday, making Accra work again, they are trying to decongest the system. That is the traffic system and the vehicle movement. So by so doing, people can get to wherever they are going in a due time as it's supposed to be.
It also borders on sanitation as well. So they are clearing some parts and relocating some traders whose activities are leading to congestion in critical parts of the national capital. In the second city of Ghana, Kumasi, right, the garden city, do you all residents here get a sense of direction where the political leadership is taking you to, as you have just ably articulated where Greater Accra is going?
Sometimes we didn't hear because of the nature of people's job that goes on. They clear them off the road, and the next moment they are there again. Right. With the expectation that once the road construction are not getting to wherever they are, they can still hang around there and do their business. So there are some of the things because everybody wants to get their stores close to the roadside. So people jumping out and in to buy goods from them. These are some of the people also that also blocks our way because he may buy some luggage, he want to put it onto a bus or a commercial car that is a trotro. And by so doing, he want to get it. So the vehicle have to stand on the road because there's not, as I was earlier on mentioned, there's no bus stop for him to do.
I get that. Yeah. See, so the Greater Accra regional minister is Henry Korte. Okay. He is trying to fix Accra under the tagline, making Accra work again. Yeah. In Kumasi, who is the regional minister? What is his focus in order to help replicate? Do you understand my question? Like,
our minister too. He also the minister for Ashanti region recently also did some decongestion. That was at the Idum area and then the Bantama. But I could see that they did that to get some new stores built so that people don't sell on the pavement.
Okay.
And then along this stretch too, as we go along, you see they did the same thing, but people still try to put their stores by the roadside because they think that they are only working on one part of the road and not all. So you still see them as we go along.
I see that.
Their stores are still there.
So those I can say are some pockets of exercises that have been done to try to decongest Kumasi. Is there a coordinated effort like? So is there a tagline for that? Is it just decongestion or so like making a crowd work again? That we understand that under that there is sanitation, there is traffic, there is education, and all kinds of things, right? Does the Kumasi, is there a Kumasi version to that kind of vision?
I could see, but mostly we don't know the ministers or the heads, their plans. But sometimes if you want to get some of these things over, I think the best thing we have done that will create waste bins around. But if you ask if a gutter is choked and then you say you want to distill it and you put it back at the road, and then maybe they don't come to collect it. When it rains, the same thing will get back into the gutter again. Okay. So sometimes they will do the exercise, people will come and do clean exercise. But at the end of the day, everything run back there when it rains heavily or when it downpour.
I get you.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I'm a mechanical technician.
Hey, what does that mean?
Engineering, I'm a rig mechanics.
So, hey, that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
What does your work entail? I'm being intrusive now, forgive me.
Okay. Yeah, my work entails we do exploration to find if there's gold if you're having a concession.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking mining here.
Mining, yeah, I'm into mining engineering.
So then it means that I'm sure you've observed some of the actions government is taking to deal with
issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now we're hearing about burning of excavators as one of the measures, and government says that look, if you think that you've been wrongly affected, you can go to court. Basically, when you meet at your clubhouse with your peers, your colleague engineers, what are your thoughts basically?
Basically, this machine should have not been banned, to my side of or point of view, because as people keep on the social media saying they should have been used for other jobs. Like as we are talking, some of these gutters they make, they are even too shallow. They should have been wide enough that when it rains, certain things should not get them stuck, the waterways. But if you ban those machines at the end of the day, I don't think it makes sense to me.
I see. Well, the argument has been that in the past 4 years, when the excavators are seized, sometimes some of them get missing, I'm sure, as you know, and we're unable to account for them. And so then, if we see it within, especially within forest reserves, within the course of water, we are going to ban it. And that government believes that it's going to be a sure panacea to dealing with, the phenomenon of illegal mining.
I don't know how long that is going to be, though, because if we do this, people will hire them, and along the line, as on air or on the social media, you can see that people even go in the night to do these jobs. And then those machines too will still find their way after some few couples of months to come on a year time, because the same people will go back and say they've got permit to go and do, and they will still do it in the water bodies.
I was in the western region, and it became obvious to me that the Prairie River is totally devastated. We are told that Cobra is regenerating itself for some time. I've not really done work on Galamsey in the Ashanti region, but I've seen reports by my colleague. How, for someone who is in the extractive industry, how bad is the Galamsey phenomenon on our water bodies and our forest reserves?
I can see that sometimes when we used to travel along the stretch of the road, you could see that people have small canoes that they could do some small fishing. Okay. And the livestock that are also in the communities. Now those animals, I don't know how it may affect them, but in a way, to my sense of knowledge, it will affect them. Because the fishes that the people could get small for their daily, what they cover, to eat them. Now those fishes don't can live because of the chemicals that are in the water. And then maybe the livestock that also lives in our various villages, you can see that they may also have problem when they take this. People were even using them for their let's take a small scale farming around the area. If you're having a tomatoes farm or whatever, or cabbages or whatever. So if you are using the same water to pump all those things to the cabbages and then those vegetables that we are consuming, you can see the harm it will cause to us. So I think it's not a way out, because even though they are still talking about, there are people still doing it because the water is still at the same phase.
Anyway, for those of us who are watching, and this is our first time in the Ashanti region, the Tanoso area, we just went past the. We are still going past Yasantua School. Maybe when we're returning, you can see it clearly. And then I can see Casapreco also ahead of me. Is that manufacturing plant? I see.
The manufacturing plant. That was the expansion of the 1 factory. So it was small, but recently they just expanded it.
They made it really big.
Yeah.
Wow. I see. How is Kumasi responding to COVID-19 in your world?
People still put on their masks and other things, but only what we heard was that they ran out of the drugs that were used for the jab. So
the vaccines.
The vaccines. So I don't know how it will come, because some of us have taken the first shot and then we're still waiting on the second one.
Okay. I'm sure you've heard about the Sputnik V controversy.
No.
Oh, okay. Some $19.
Yeah. It was yesterday on Joy News that I heard of that one, and then the minority are also saying that the amount in which, and then the dealer that they are not happy with, that whoever is in the hands of the person to run that affair, they don't even know his source of how the way the contract or whatever business is going on.
Anyway, so is this the part of the road that the traffic gets really worse?
Yeah, this is the west part to the office area and to the Abuakwa police station. Wow. And when we get to the stretch to Senyane and then Bibiani, there are where the trotro are giving out these difficulties, because they just park there and they do their loading by the filling station. That is the Shell filling station.
That guy is actually driving towards us. The tricycle.
Yeah,
okay,
that is what they do. Yeah.
So how long are you likely to stay in the traffic here?
As we are going, I'm telling for an hour or two. So you can time yourself now from here to there.
By that time, my camera's battery will be dead.
Yeah, for sure. This is where the problem starts. So we'll be here until that ends as I'm talking of.
Wow. Yeah. I really, really want to thank you for your time and your space and your thoughts. And have a good journey back home.
All right.
And thank you to Madam for talking to us. Great. So
all the best.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is About Town on City TV. My name is Caleb Kuda. We will continue the conversation. Talking to some more people. As you know, we are told that the end of the road goes all the way there. And so we'll continue exploring to find out how the situation is like. We are told that this is the part where it gets really, really worse.